Hello everyone! In a surprising twist that could catch even the most seasoned royal watchers off guard, Queen Camilla has reportedly made a statement that echoes through Buckingham Palace like an ill-timed joke at a royal dinner. According to sources close to the royal family, Camilla suggested that young Prince George, the bright-eyed son of Prince William and Kate Middleton, may never become king. Quite a bold statement, especially coming from someone whose own royal journey has been marked by its share of challenges and fresh starts. This daring proclamation stirs up countless questions. It's as if Camilla, seated on her throne shaped by her past, has decided to rewrite the royal rulebook. Such a remark not only pushes against royal tradition, but also risks distancing the public who have grown fond of the charming young prince. It's like shouting fire in a crowded theater, a move that feels anything but discreet for a royal. Let's dive into the boldness of her remarks. Here is a woman who entered the royal circle through a storm of scandal, her story deeply entwined with that of the beloved Princess Diana. Yet now she dares to suggest that the future king, young Prince George, might be pushed aside. Such a statement feels desperate, almost like an attempt to assert her influence in a family forever linked to Diana's legacy. Prince George, with his charming smile and proud heritage, isn't just any child. He represents the monarchy's future, a symbol of hope and continuity, reflecting the royal family's lasting bond with the public. For Camilla to cast doubt on his potential isn't just unwise, it's downright reckless. It reveals a gap between her views and the feelings of the public she serves, as well as a lack of regard for the monarchy's enduring role. Does she truly believe her words alone can wipe away centuries of tradition? Spoiler, they can't. Such a remark brings the deeper family dynamics into the spotlight. As the monarchy navigates its identity in an ever-evolving world, the last thing they need is a queen consort stirring the pot with thoughtless statements, and yet here we are, with Camilla stepping into the spotlight of a drama she seems poorly equipped to manage. This isn't merely a personal misstep, it's a potential public relations crisis. Most concerning, though. The message behind Camilla's remark highlights the shifting landscape of royal succession in an era where public opinion and media stories can shape perceptions faster than you can say royal scandal. By downplaying George's chances of wearing the crown, she plays a risky game. It suggests a shift in loyalties, hinting that her husband, King Charles III, and their children might become the new faces of the monarchy, pushing William and his family to the sidelines. The implications are significant. Is she implying a future where George, despite being the eldest son of the future king, is overlooked in favor of a more agreeable successor? Or is this just a reflection of her own insecurities, a tactic to secure her position in a family that has often favored the younger, more charismatic members? Either way, her comments raise eyebrows and hint at possible power struggles that the public isn't ready to witness. Let's remember that loyalty is a cornerstone of the monarchy. Steeped in centuries of tradition, the royal family thrives on public support, and George has already won hearts around the globe. For Camilla to dismiss him so casually not only shows a lack of understanding of the royal family's image, but also feels like a slap in the face to the institution she represents. How can she expect the public to support her when she seems to undermine the very foundation of royal legacy? In a royal family where every word is examined, every action scrutinized, and every slight noted, her comment could ignite a heated debate. It invites backlash and raises questions about her role as queen consort. What is her agenda? Does she really think she can change the course of royal history? Because let's be honest, Queen Camilla, your royal past doesn't exactly grant you that kind of privilege. The public's reactions have been swift and harsh. Many monarchy supporters are outraged, not only by her comment, but also by what it suggests. They quickly highlight the historical context, emphasizing that every monarch faces scrutiny and that the younger generation represents the future of the institution. Camilla's casual remark comes off less as royal insight and more as a desperate attempt to stay relevant, almost as if she's trying to shape her own legacy at the expense of the future king. Social media platforms have exploded with memes, comments, and heated discussions about her statement. The online conversations are filled with humor and passionate opinions, showcasing a mix of support for George and criticism of Camilla's words. There's a mix of sarcasm and a hint of vindictiveness that would make even the most seasoned royal correspondent raise an eyebrow. The situation has turned into a spectacle, with Camilla now in the hot seat, a stark contrast to the adoration she once hoped to receive. Ultimately, her comments might just add another layer to her crown of controversies, whether she meant to provoke or simply misspoke. the outcome remains the same: a rift in the royal narrative and uncertainty about the monarchy's future. As the royal family navigates the complexities of modern life, one thing is clear: Camilla needs to tread carefully. The monarchy requires a certain level of decorum and respect for tradition and legacy, which her casual remarks have put at risk. Her ability to shape the narrative will be closely examined, and she may discover that the path forward is full of obstacles. If she wants to win back the public's favor, she should consider rethinking her approach and supporting the young royals instead of undermining their potential. After all, it's the next generation that will carry the monarchy into the future, and Queen Camilla should remember that. In this evolving landscape of royal duty and public perception, she must understand the nuances of her role. The monarchy is not just a platform for her ambitions, it is a legacy rich in history, loyalty, and duty. While her remarks about Prince George may seem harmless to her, they carry significant weight for both her position and the royal family as a whole. As the monarchy adapts to the demands of modern society, it needs leaders who appreciate the impact of their words and actions. Queen Camilla, if you're listening, a little humility goes a long way in the royal court, and a touch of self-awareness wouldn't hurt either. Only then can you navigate the tricky waters of royalty without jeopardizing the very institution you claim to support. Camilla's recent comments about Prince George's future as king haven't just sparked the usual royal speculation, they have also put her position in the spotlight. Given her history of scandal and public criticism, one must question what gives her the right to comment on the line of succession at all. The irony is thick. Here is a woman who ascended to the throne amid rumors of infidelity and heartache, now acting like a wise advisor on royal futures. It's almost comical if it weren't so painfully absurd. Let's not beat around the bush. Camilla's self-appointed role as the judge of royal destinies is as misplaced as it gets. Misguided as it is comical, Camilla may see herself as a modern-day oracle, but in reality, she is just a former mistress playing house in a royal palace. The idea that she can dictate the future of a monarchy that has lasted over 1,000 years is nothing short of delusional. After all, who put her on such a high pedestal? Certainly not the public, who have watched her rise with a mix of horror and disbelief. Her comments about Prince George were not only careless, they were a blatant overreach. A queen consort should understand her role, and that role doesn't include making predictions about succession. Her words carry weight, and suggesting that the future king will never be king isn't just an attack on a child, it's also a slap in the face to the royal institution. Does she truly believe her words could alter the course of history? If only she could see the absurdity of her own arrogance. Camilla's motivations deserve careful examination. What drives a woman to undermine a child who represents hope and continuity for the monarchy? Is she trying to assert her place in a family that has historically overlooked her? This raises an important question: is Camilla truly concerned about the monarchy's future, or is she acting out of self-interest, given her past? It's hard to see her intentions as sincere. Her comments appear to be a weak attempt to shift focus from more significant issues within the royal family and onto herself. Let's be honest, this is a family rooted in tradition, and Camilla, with her lack of historical awareness, seems out of touch. It's impossible to discuss Camilla without mentioning the shadow of Princess Diana, which looms large over the monarchy. Diana was not just a beloved figure, she was a symbol of compassion and duty. Camilla's struggle for public approval, a comparison to Princess Diana's legacy. The British monarchy has long been a subject of public fascination, with its members held to a high standard. Camilla, Queen Consort, has found herself continuously in the spotlight, especially in comparison to the late Princess Diana, a beloved figure whose legacy endures. In recent times, Camilla's public comments, particularly about Prince George's future, have sparked controversy, further highlighting her struggle for acceptance. Princess Diana was celebrated worldwide for her grace, dignity, and unwavering loyalty. Her natural charisma and dedication to her role as a royal earned her an affectionate following that remains undiminished. Diana's compassion and public service resonated deeply, creating a legacy that is nearly impossible to overshadow. Camilla's attempts to assert herself within the royal sphere often bring Diana's memory to the forefront, drawing comparisons that rarely work in her favor. Diana represented values that continue to be cherished, leaving a significant gap that Camilla is perceived as struggling to fill. Each public appearance or statement from Camilla often leads to renewed comparisons to Diana. These comparisons are unavoidable as Diana set a precedent in the hearts of the people that remains unmatched. The public's affection for Diana was rooted in her sincerity and compassion, qualities they feel Camilla does not embody in the same way. Camilla's recent comments about Prince George's future as a potential king may have been intended to express concern or to position herself more favorably, but the result has often been viewed as tone deaf. By attempting to address matters concerning Diana's descendants, Camilla inadvertently risks diminishing her own image rather than gaining the approval she may seek. Camilla has engaged in various philanthropic efforts and charity work hoping to build rapport with the public. However, these attempts often fall short when compared to Diana's natural ability to connect. Diana's advocacy for humanitarian causes came from a place of genuine empathy, whereas Camilla's efforts are sometimes viewed with skepticism, as if they're strategically crafted to earn respect rather than given naturally. Camilla's statements regarding Prince George have stirred debate over her intentions. Some see her words as a veiled attempt to influence public opinion, while others interpret them as missteps that inadvertently offend rather than support. By involving herself in matters concerning Prince George, she unintentionally casts doubt on her own standing within the royal family. Diana's influence on her children and grandchildren is seen as one of the most enduring aspects of her legacy. Camilla's comments may be seen as a reaction to this, but ultimately they often appear to have the opposite effect, highlighting Diana's unwavering impact rather than diminishing it. While Camilla continues her role within the royal family, the public's memory of Diana remains vivid, with her qualities of grace and loyalty serving as a gold standard. Each time Camilla steps into the spotlight, her actions are contrasted with the legacy Diana left behind. The legacy of the royal family lies in the hearts of the people. When a figure as influential as Camilla makes careless remarks, the effects can be disastrous. Her words not only create tension within the royal family, but also stir up public resentment, bringing up old conversations about her past and questioning her right to speak on topics she might not fully understand. This kind of instability is dangerous for a monarchy already facing the challenges of adapting to a modern world that values both tradition and respect. Moreover, Camilla's comments set a risky example for how the royal family interacts among themselves and with the public. If a queen consort can so easily disregard a future king, what does that say about the values of the monarchy? Does it reveal internal conflict or a lack of unity? Camilla's thoughtless remarks risk unraveling the royal decorum carefully maintained over centuries. Camilla's role in the royal family has always been surrounded by tension. Her relationships within the family, especially with Kate Middleton, are constantly analyzed and questioned. How can a monarchy reconcile the presence of a figure whose marriage began in controversy with the next generation, represented by figures like Prince George, who bring hope and continuity? By undermining Prince George, Camilla isn't merely dismissing a child, she's threatening the delicate balance that keeps royal relationships intact. This could trigger a feud that may deepen divides within the monarchy over time. If Camilla wishes to strengthen her place and avoid being seen as an outsider, she must embrace unity within the royal family. However, her recent comments suggest a tendency to create division rather than promote harmony, which is a risky path to take. As the monarchy adapts to modern demands, it faces the need to respect tradition while evolving to meet public expectations. Camilla's careless remarks show an outdated perspective on the monarchy, one that no longer resonates with today's audience. The public's love for the royal family is rooted in values of service and duty, ideals that Princess Diana embodied. For Camilla to speak on who should inherit the throne contradicts these principles. While the monarchy must keep pace with contemporary society, it cannot do so if figures like Camilla undermine its core values with thoughtless remarks. Camilla's offhand comments have created a ripple effect within the royal family, and the fallout is likely to be felt for some time. Public response has been overwhelmingly negative, with social media filled with memes, critiques, and biting remarks. How can Camilla hope to gain public support when her words bring laughter instead of respect? The public is observant; they can see through her attempts to control a narrative that isn't truly hers to shape. Public relations within the royal family require a delicate balance, a careful walk along a tightrope between tradition and modern values. Camilla's recent misstep threatens to push the monarchy off that tightrope, creating a spectacle that could undermine any efforts to rebuild the royal image. How can a family claim to stand for unity and stability when one member stirs up controversy so recklessly? Looking to the monarchy's future, one thing is certain: maintaining its legacy will require words and actions that reflect respect, not discord. The next generation is set not only to inherit the crown but also the rich legacy that comes with it. Prince George represents hope and continuity, a reminder that the monarchy can evolve while respecting its traditions. For Camilla to try to reshape this narrative is not just misguided, it's risky. As the monarchy navigates an ever-changing world, it must be led by figures who understand the power of their words and the reach of their actions. Queen Camilla would do well to remember that her position is a privilege rooted in tradition, not a direct right. If she wishes to fulfill her role responsibly, she must approach it with humility and respect. In the broader story of the monarchy, Camilla's legacy may be marked by conflict and controversy. Although she holds the title of Queen Consort, her actions seem to reveal an underlying insecurity and a strong desire for validation. Camilla's comments about Prince George only reinforce her image as an outsider, a figure whose path to the throne has been shadowed more by scandal than honor. As the monarchy progresses, lessons from Camilla's missteps will surely shape its future. The royal family must balance its values with a forward-looking approach, a challenge that calls for leaders who respect the institution and understand their roles within it. Camilla's role should be one of support, not discord. Her remarks on the future of the monarchy reveal a fundamental misunderstanding of what it means to serve in such a revered position. Queen Camilla would benefit from reflecting deeply on her place within the monarchy. As the royal family navigates the challenges of modern life, it's essential that every member appreciates the weight of their words and the impact these words can have on the institution. Camilla's careless comments about Prince George risk more than just his future. They endanger the unity and stability of the entire royal family. If she hopes to be seen as a respected figure, she must first embrace humility. The monarchy isn't a platform for personal ambitions, it's a lasting legacy deserving of reverence. In today's world, where every royal move is under the spotlight and public opinion can change swiftly, Camilla should remember that every word matters. The monarchy's future relies not only on its legacy but also on its ability to adapt and maintain unity in the face of change. Only then can it continue, guided by the principles that have held it together for centuries. How could Camilla suggest that Prince George, cherished by the public and the royal family alike, might never ascend to the throne? Such a remark not only shows a lack of understanding about royal lineage, but also hints at her own insecurities. Camilla's bold statement regarding George's future role says much about her ambitions and perhaps her own fears. Prince George is no ordinary child. He represents the future of the monarchy as the son of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. William and Catherine bring a fresh perspective to royal duties, blending a modern outlook with the dignity of their heritage. They are not merely heirs to the throne, they embody the hope and aspirations of a new generation. Prince William, especially, has embraced his future responsibilities with wisdom and integrity. He understands the significance of his role and approaches it with commendable responsibility and dedication. Unlike Camilla, who often seems more focused on her own visibility, Prince William places his family and their commitment to public service at the heart of all he does. This dedication is what will help secure a stable and cherished monarchy for years to come. And then there's Prince George, William's eldest son. His role in the royal line carries immense significance. He represents continuity and serves as a beacon of hope for a monarchy that has faced its share of trials. George has already won over the public with his charming personality and innocent spirit. To imply that he might never wear the crown is not only presumptuous but also reveals a lack of understanding about the future role he is destined to play. There is a profound misunderstanding of royal lineage and public sentiment in Camilla's comments. The British people have warmly embraced Prince George, and they are not easily swayed by the petty remarks of a queen consort trying to assert her influence. As we watch this unfolding drama, it's impossible not to admire William and Catherine. They handle their royal duties with a perfect blend of modernity and tradition, embodying the values of compassion, service, and family. They represent a refreshing change in a world often weighed down by its history. Their dedication to charitable causes and their genuine connection with the public showcase a welcome departure from the aloofness that has sometimes defined the monarchy. In stark contrast, Camilla's efforts to insert herself into the narrative seem like a thinly veiled attempt to gain power. Her statement about George highlights her insecurities and reveals a misunderstanding of her place within the royal family. What does Camilla hope to achieve? Does she genuinely believe she can shape the monarchy's future with reckless remarks that overlook the love and support the public has for Prince George? It's almost laughable to think she could wield such influence when her own position within the royal family has always been contentious. We must consider the historical context. Camilla's rise to prominence was marred by scandal and heartbreak, and her past decisions have left many questioning her true motivations. Her connection to King Charles carries the weight of his first marriage and the public's ongoing fascination with Princess Diana's legacy. While Charles may find comfort in her companionship, that doesn't automatically give her the right to redefine the monarchy's future or challenge the public's affection for William and his children. The British royal family is a rich tapestry of history woven together by threads of lineage, duty, and sacrifice. Prince George embodies the legacy of the monarchy, and to imply that he might never be king is not only a slight against him, but also an affront to the very principles that support the monarchy. The public adores him not just for who he is, but for the promise he represents a future filled with hope and possibility, distinctly separate from the drama that often surrounds Camilla. In conclusion, Queen Camilla's remarks about Prince George reveal more about her own insecurities and ambitions than they do about the monarchy's future. William and Catherine are ready to usher in a new era that embraces values of empathy and service while honoring the traditions that have shaped the royal family. Meanwhile, Camilla's attempts to assert herself only highlight the growing divide between her and the royal family's future. Camilla's attempts to assert her influence are becoming increasingly desperate and disconnected from reality. Looking ahead, it's clear that the monarchy will thrive under the leadership of William and Catherine. While Camilla's role will continue to face scrutiny, the monarchy is not about one person's ambition, it's about legacy, continuity, and the enduring relationship between the royal family and the public. Prince George is not just an ordinary boy, he is the future king. His path will not be shaped by the whims of a queen consort seeking relevance. Ultimately, it is the people who will determine the future of the monarchy, and they have expressed their strong affection for Prince William, Catherine, and their children. Camilla should recognize that her position is fragile at best, and her comments about George only serve to highlight the gap between her ambitions and the true essence of the royal family. What do you think about Camilla's comments? Does she have any right to speak on George's future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things royal. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.